G'day lads, welcome to another video. Today I'll be doing my round 1 predictions. Let's crack right into it. So starting up the season on a Wednesday, we have a game at the MCG. The Melbourne Demons playing at home up against the Dogs. Now the Dogs, coming off heartbreak from last season, they're going to want a bit of revenge. Melbourne, I don't know. As I said in my AFL predictions, I think they're going to be a little bit hungover. Dogs are going to be hungry, they want revenge. I reckon Dogs win this game on the Wednesday night by 14 points. Moving on to the Thursday night, we have the Blues versus the Tigers at the MCG again. Normally this is the opening game of the season. The AFL wanted to change it up. This is now the second game of the season. A lot of hype surrounding the Blues, but I just can't see them really putting in enough of a shift. I reckon the Tiger fans will get in and behind the Tigers, and I reckon the Tigers will win at the MCG on a Thursday night by 25 points. Now moving on to the Friday night game, Saints playing against the Pies at Marvel Stadium. Pies coming off a pretty ugly season last season. Saints would be pretty disappointed as well. But I still can't see Pies really winning a game at the Marvel up against Saints. Saints are a pretty strong team at Marvel. I reckon Saints win this game by 28. Not much to say about this game. I reckon Saints will run a few laps around the Pies team. Might get up to 40 points. Pies will bring the margin back by a few points, but overall, Saints will just dominate. Moving on to the Saturday, we have the first game of the day. The Geelong Cats up against the Bombers at, pretty sure it's GMHBA. Cats are a pretty strong team at home, but the Bombers are known to, upset the big teams. They know how to perform when it comes to going up against these giants of a franchise like Geelong, because they're such a big team. They've got such good players. But the Bombers, I reckon, just have that hunger. But it still won't be enough, as the Cats are playing at GMHBA. A lot of people are writing them off. I reckon Geelong win this one in a pretty good game. Cats by 11. Moving on to the midday game, we have the GWS Giants up against the Sydney Swans, the bridge game in round 1. It's always a good game. They're playing at home. The Giants, normally the away team, normally gets the win. But I have the backing for the Giants. I love to beat the Swans. It'll be a great game though. I reckon Giants win the game by 3 points in an absolute nail-biter of a game. It's going to be a pretty even game, pretty contested. A lot of pressure plays from both teams, as they do have quite a few smalls who love to put on the pressure. They're both fast-playing teams as well. But I reckon Giants get over the line by 3 points in an absolute cracker. Now, a pretty big game for the sort of minor premiership in round 1. We have the Brisbane Lions playing at the Gabba at home up against Port Adelaide. And Port Adelaide aren't a strong team away, and the fact that they're playing, away from home up against one of the strongest teams at home in the whole competition is really going to affect them. I reckon the Lions will just dominate. They'll run rings around this Port Adelaide side. They'll embarrass them. The fans will get behind the Lions. I reckon the Lions dominate this game by 38 points. Port will get smashed out the water. Not good enough away from home. Whether they can prove me wrong, possibly, but I still can't see it happening. Lions way too good at home. Lions by 38. Moving on to the Sunday games, Hawks playing against the Roos at the MCG. Both teams are sort of in the same stage of, they're sort of down below. They're not getting smashed every single week, but they're not the top tier sort of teams. They're going to be fighting to not be in the bottom 4. They're going to be pretty mid teams. They're not going to be horrible, but they're not going to be really, really bad. I reckon Hawks, just because it's at the MCG, I reckon it feels like Marvel. It'll be a whole different story. But the fact that it's at the MCG, I reckon the Hawks win the game by 17 points in a pretty up and down game. I reckon the lead will switch quite a lot. The Roos, I reckon, will just pounce straight away, especially with the young talent they have. The Hawks won't expect it, but the Hawks are known to come back in the second half. I reckon they'll come back and win the game by 17 points. Now we move on to my beloved Fremantle up against the Adelaide Crows. The Adelaide Crows playing at Adelaide Oval. I've got a little bit of doubt in my mind. Fremantle are known to lose away, especially losing against the weaker teams. We're known to do that. But I've just got this feeling, Fremantle, it's their season. It's our time to shine. I feel like that little bit of doubt is starting to shine away. Prior, like a month ago, I was like, oh, Fremantle are going to lose round 1. Starting to come to me now, the talent that we have, the showing we played up against West Coast, I reckon we win this game by 26. It'll be not a smashing, but it won't be pretty close. It'll be Fremantle, they're up by 20 to 30 the whole game, and, they run away just to win by 26. It won't be domination, but it won't be a really close game. And now going into the last game of round 1, we have the Eagles up against the Gold Coast Suns at Optus Stadium. I hate saying this, but the Eagles are not going to lose at home. I reckon they're going to be pretty bad this season. They're not going to be the brightest of teams, but can't see them losing up against the Gold Coast Suns at home. I reckon the Eagles win this game by 21. It'll be the sort of same game as the Fremantle game. West Coast will be winning the game, but the 20s the whole game. It won't be domination, but it won't be really close. The Eagles will get away with a 21 point. Watching the video, guys, but as you can see here, most of you guys are not subscribed. It would be a massive honor if you could subscribe to the channel. It will really help the channel grow. If you want to see better content, better camera quality, better audio, make sure you hit the big red button down below. Don't forget to like as well, so we can get this all over people's For Yous and really grow this channel. Thanks, lads.